Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Engineer Whisperer podcast. Today, I want to do something different. Maybe you are like me, a little bit bummed that summer is over and we are getting clouds here, no more sun. Maybe you had a fun summer vacation like I did, and it's over. And now school started, a little bit back to that normal life that we started in September. So if you're a little bit unmotivated, a little bit down, a little bit not in the mood, like I was this morning, I invite you to try this exercise. It's called 10 years before. And it's simple. You just take this year, 2024, minus 10, 2014, and you do these three steps. First step, you find out where have you been in 2014. So literally, where have you been 10 years ago? What career you were in? What house were you living in? What were you doing 10 years ago? And once you have that figured out, then you move to step two, which what person were you? What were your feelings? What was in your head? What was in your heart? What goals did you have planned? What have you already achieved? And what were you about to achieve? What were your dreams? What were you aspiring to do? Maybe you had a 5 year, 10-year goal and career plan. Maybe you can find those. At the same time, what were your pains, your fears? What were you afraid of? So once you found those two things, where were you physically and where were you mentally, then you simply just figure out what happened. And the perspective that I like to use with myself, with my clients and my friends is, what happened where I created things like I had a goal and I achieved it. The other perspective is what happened to me. So, what happened to you? What happened in 2014? And then you move on what happened in 2015, 16, 17, and so forth until you hit today's date, 2024. And then the third one is, what happened around you? Because we're never just in a silo by ourselves, but things happen around you. So the perspective that you're going to find yourself playing with is where you start you in the middle and then you expand your family, your friends, your network, your community, your city, maybe your country, your continent, and the world. And then I want to share with you, as you're thinking, oh, maybe I want to do this, is how to do it. So, what tool to use? And I did it this morning. So, I'll quickly show you that I used a mind map. I took pen and paper. It took me around 15 minutes to draw it. I put 10 years before the title, the name of the exercise in the middle. And as my thoughts showed up, I just wrote them down and then I drew arrows to the middle box. Because I don't like to be very organized when I'm doing mind mapping and just brainstorming. So I want to share with you, what I discovered that really, it's the benefit of doing an exercise like this, even for me who have done it before. So 10 years ago, and it's a happy memory, 10 years ago, one of the key milestones in my life was that I have met my mentor. Now, met my mentor means it took me a whole year to go through my own fears and kind of demons of asking this wonderful female executive to be my mentor, to be my guide. And it was the first time that I opened up to someone I remember about my dreams and what I really want to be and become, not just what positions I want to achieve in corporate. And thanks to her, I am where I am right now. I literally can draw a straight line from where I am right now and what I do right now to meeting this wonderful woman. I went from working in finance to working in HR, and then the rest is history, as they say. I've never anticipated and never imagined that I would be working with wonderful people, wonderful engineers and leaders that I'm working today. And I think this is the point of us doing this exercise, that we cannot anticipate what will happen to us 10 years from now. Looking back, it's a great reminder of what we have done. Another thing that I want to share with you that I have discovered is that 10 years ago, I was holding two beliefs in my heart, in my head, that were holding me prisoner. And once I was able to change them, everything changed. So working with this mentor helped me change the course of my career. And then working with my beliefs and on my beliefs has has helped me change my life. So what were those two? So the first one was, I never thought that I will discover that I actually didn't have a relationship with my mother. And then going into the acceptance of who she is, loving her the way I love her right now, and forgiving her. It has been tremendous, a tremendous change in my life. And then the second one, 10 years ago, I didn't believe that I will become a mother again. And then it happened. And I have to tell you that, having a second chance in life to become a mother has been a life changing for me. I have realized that I had a choice to choose to become the parent that I always wanted to be. And then becoming that parent meant that I had to first work on my own, past parenting experiences, had to work on myself. So first I had to become the person that I wanted to become, to then become the parent. And then that changed my life. Um, 10 years ago, I never, I didn't even have a word for this profession that I'm in right now. And now I'm in it, loving what I'm doing. Um, and then my relationship with my health has been wonderful. Who imagined that uh, my goal of climbing the corporate ladder turned into, I I want to do what I love, and I also want to see my kids grow up. And in order to see them grow up, I want to have the best health that I can have. So working on that, it's amazing. It's fascinating. So a lot of people ask me who should do this exercise. Well, I recommend it to you who's listening. To you, um, take a few minutes, do it for yourself. You don't need to share it with anyone. But if you do choose to share it, I invite you to share it with your loved ones. I do it with my husband. We look back uh, it, and remember what we have done in our marriage. I do it with my kids, with my son and my daughter. I also have done it with clients. So you can do it in your personal life. You can do it in your professional life. You can do it if you run a business, if you own a business, if you're a business owner. It's a wonderful opportunity to bring your team together and do it if you're a leader of a team. If you need help facilitating it, you can always reach out to me. Otherwise, you can do it on your own. And I also recommend it if you're a parent to do it with your kids. I recommend it for kids 13 and over. We start to have memories around 3 years old, but really to talk about them around 4.5, 5. So if you are doing it, if you choose to do it with your kids, don't go 10 years, go a few years or max 5 years. It's really so impactful to talk to a teenager, an 18-year-old, I mean, and say, well, remember when you were 13 years old? And do you remember what you were feeling, what insecurities and fears you had, and see how far you have grown and what you have done? I know when I've done it with my son, and he has done amazing things the past 5 years, the past 10 years. And it is just such a uh, confidence booster. So one of the hidden benefits of this exercise and the wonderful benefits of this exercise is that not just that you find your stories that boost you, re-energize you, and connect you to your purpose, your meaning, and what your goals and what you want to do in life, but also you find your strength, your resilience, and your courage. And when you feel unmotivated, a little bit down, kind of under the weather, not in the mood to do something, or you're transitioning from one career or one lifestyle into another one, this is a great exercise for you to get you back, get yourself back on the path and to reconnect with yourself. So if you decide to do this exercise, I invite you to share what you have discovered, or one story with me. I'd love to hear it. If we are connected on LinkedIn, feel free to message me or send me a video or an audio message, or just reach out via my website and send me a quick note. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, see you around.